being that you're from Harlem,
Yeah.
a lot of people may not know that, but being that you're from such a place that is so prominent for art, you know, like you had the Harlem Renaissance there, you know what I'm saying? You had the impact of the Nation of Islam there, you know what I'm saying? Malcolm X's assassination and everything.
Yeah.
Harlem is such a big place for black art and black media and things that go on in the black community.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what was some of your inspirations growing up in Harlem that inspired you to want to do what you do today?
I would say my inspiration was just everything, like from the way people dress, like the fashion side of it, to like he said, like just the historical culture, you know, like just like, you know, black, like I feel like it's just the mecca of just black culture, you know. So it's like just growing up, all the different celebrities that used to come to Harlem, it just motivates you to just want to do great things, you know. That's just bigger than just like, you know, the nice whips and jewelry and the clothes, but it's just like really just black ownership, just like embracing that and seeing that from a young age is just crazy.
Word,
You know, for sure.
And besides that, I want to know, what was the start for you in music? You know, a lot of people say, like, you know, they had a older brother that made music or a uncle that made music. What was your start in music?
My start in music is actually like I started off singing in my church choir, you know. And it's funny you say that because like in Harlem, it's so much underground musical talent, you know, that some sees like the daylight, some don't. But I started off in the church, and then I transitioned into like singing old school R&B and stuff like that. And my mother, like my household was just always very like music, you know. I even played instruments at a young age. Like I played piano for a while, drums, and also like I could play like the flute too. So
Word,
yeah.
you can play the flute?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You gotta come through the studio, play the flute one time. Word.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your biggest motivation now, like, to make music? You know, what keeps you inspired? What keeps you going?
What keeps me inspired is just honestly just stories that I feel like I want to be able to tell, you know, like just being able to talk to people and make them understand like y'all not the only person who may feel this way, or being able to be vulnerable or express how you feel. Cause I'm one of those people, like I really may not feel comfortable telling everybody around me, yo, I feel like this right now, or this is what's on my mind. But when I'm in the music zone, it's like I'm me. That's my time to just let go of how I feel and the shit that I'm going through and
Facts.
express it. Yeah.
Facts. Nah, that's fire though. And I'm aware that you got a tape on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Tell
sir.
people the name of the tape.
Listen, man, I got a tape on the way called No Time to Waste. I know y'all probably wondering, like, damn, no time to waste. Like, what's up with that? But basically, like, it's just like me letting y'all know, letting the world know, like, I don't want to waste no more time. I feel like I wasted a lot of time not appreciating what God blessed me with like my gift and my talent of doing music and making music. So it's like, I don't want to waste no more time. I don't got no more time to waste because I'm getting older, not younger. And my birthday next month, so yeah.
Happy early birthday to you for sure. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a real good way to describe, you know, like the zone that you're trying to get in and the space that you're trying to get in. Obviously, you're a young man, you know what I'm saying? We all getting older. And I feel like a lot of us in our community, we do tend to waste a lot of time. We tend to, for me, lollygag on things and things like that. You feel me? So I want to know, when you're in the studio and when you're in that space in which you're creating, what's your creative process like? What do you kind of like get into? What's the vibe like? What's a typical studio session for SJ look like?
I would say a typical session, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day, believe it or not. Like, if I'm feeling sad, I might come in with a mindset like, all right, I want to talk about this topic. It could be a relationship, or it could just be something me and my homeboys is going through, or just stuff in my crib with family and stuff. So it really just depends how I feel in that moment. I try to keep it really raw, real simple, you know, just authentic. Whatever's there is just there.
Word. And you working with any producers, working with any other artists that we could see any features from, anything like that?
Nah, yeah, for sure. I'm working with a producer named Kink Beats. Shout out Kink. He's actually one of the first producers to send me a beat. And recently he just got a placement with Montana 300. So shout out to him for sure.
Word. So yeah, I definitely wanted to just give the people an overview of who you are and what you got going on, what's going on currently in your life. But I want to take it back. Like, I want to take it further back. I want to know your journey. I want to know your story. Like, tell me about yourself. What type of kid were you growing up? Was music always your first interest, if anything?
Well, originally growing up like in Harlem, sports is like a really big thing. So it's like growing up, I played AAU basketball. I played football. I did boxing for a minute. I played lacrosse. Like, I played so many different sports, even tennis, golf. So, like, I really was, like, focused on sports all the way up, I want to say, until, like, probably my freshman year of high school. That's when I first decided to myself, I'm like, yo, I've been singing other people's music for years and performing it, doing talent shows, different stuff. And I'm like, yo, I want to be an artist. Like, I'm always around it. Like all my homies was making music, rapping, and all of that, had their own records. So just being inspired from just seeing other great creative people made me be like, yo, I could do this shit too.
Fact. Yeah. So I want to
Yeah.
know though, like, cause you ain't short. I don't know, behind the cameras, it might look short. Yeah. This nigga is like 6'3", man. This nigga is tall, man. So I don't know. I've always said like, yo, man, I ain't 6'3", man. I'm about to, for me, go get me a day job, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I work in the studio. You know what I'm saying? What told you, instead of playing sports, you know, I got the size. I know I could have did this, did that, and the third. What made you really lock in with the music, though, like over sports? And because sports, we all know sports is big in our community. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to play sports. What really made you lock in with that?
Honestly, well, when it come to me playing basketball, I was a late bloomer. So I kind of like, I started late. So like, I knew for a fact at a certain age, I was like, you know, you got to be realistic. And you like, man, I'm not making it to the league. You feel me? So like, once I accepted that side of it, I'm like, okay, what else am I good at? And I've been writing music. Like, before I ever recorded, I've been writing music since, I want to say, probably the age of like 15, 16. So I already was like been writing records. Some of the stuff that I put out recently, like my single Crocs, when I look back at my notes, I wrote that when I was 16, bro. Turning 17.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Word.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy though. Yeah. That's crazy though.